What is going on, y'all? This is John with Facemask Fantasy, bringing you new up-to-date fantasy content every day right here on this channel. So if you have not subscribed already, please hit that button. But without further ado, let's get into some fantasy talk. And today we're going to be talking the Broncos wide receiver core because Jeudy left Sunday's game against the Giants with an ankle injury. Now, x-rays have reportedly come back negative, which is a great sign. He got his ankle rolled up on a tackle by Giants cornerback James Bradbury. He tried to walk it off while on the field, but he ended up getting carted to the locker room. News has come out since that he is expected to miss 4 to 6 weeks with the high ankle sprain, which is good news considering this did have the look of a serious injury. Jeudy was the Broncos' leading receiver by far before exiting. He caught 6 of 7 targets for 72 yards. And while I was watching the game, I was surprised to see Sutton get a fair amount of snaps. He was always out there, but he wasn't getting an uptick in usage even after Jeudy was out. It was mostly Tim Patrick at wide receiver, Noah Fant at tight end, Albert Okwuegbunam at tight end as well, and KJ Hamler. Now each Patrick and Hamler received 4 targets in week 1's win over the Giants, but Patrick played 46 snaps to Hamler's 24, and he scored a touchdown. Hamler actually had a long bomb thrown to him in the end zone, and he just outright dropped it. So his stat line could have looked a lot bigger, and drops were something that KJ Hamler actually dealt with in college, so this is something that's carried over into his pro career, even despite the fact that he is a second-year pro at this point. And on the other hand, Tim Patrick now has 7 touchdowns in his last 14 games, and the upgrade at quarterback and Bridgewater combined with the increased snaps in light of Jeudy's injury, with Sutton clearly working his way back from something, either that or just completely out of sync with Teddy Bridgewater, I think that Tim Patrick is a wide receiver 3 candidate for sure. Now, all offseason, while the Bridgewater-Drew Lock battle was going on, there were steady rumors that a Bridgewater start would spell doom for Courtland Sutton's value, as Teddy opts for the safe outs within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage over the small window downfield type throws, which are the type of throws that Courtland Sutton wins at, and the type of throws that Drew Lock goes for. And through week 1, the fears that Bridgewater just doesn't target his ex-receiver, they've proven to be true, as one would expect Sutton to get a ton of work after an injury like what happened to Jeudy. He played 80% of the snaps, more than Patrick's 70%, more than Hamler's 36%, but he ended the game with 1 catch on 3 targets for 14 yards. Noah Fant was nearly an every down player with the 77% snap count. Albert Okwuegbunam played on 56% of snaps. This is an upgrade for everybody in this offense as long as Jeudy's out, as he was clearly the #1 target for Bridgewater when he was in the game, but I'm not boosting up Sutton as much as I would think I should be. Sutton is a guy that I have heavy shares of, and I gotta say I'm just not optimistic on his outlook after week 1, and I know I shouldn't be overreacting, but I believe that Sutton is on the wide receiver 3, wide receiver 4 borderline until further notice. I hate to say it, but it's true. He played more snaps than any pass catcher, but Jeudy, Hamler, Patrick, and Fant out-targeted him. Patrick's a wide receiver 3 until Jeudy is back. Hamler is a boom-bust wide receiver 4 until Jeudy is back. Fant is a TE1. Albert O is a TE2, but he definitely has just as much touchdown upside as anybody else in this offense. And when Jeudy comes back, I think Jeudy just gets reinserted back into the lineup as a high-end wide receiver 2 with low-end wide receiver 1 upside with how much he was being targeted while in the game. So it's a sneaky move to send out some offers in season long for Jeudy right now. It's something that I'm contemplating doing for anybody who has Jeudy and might have lost the first game. Maybe they lost somebody else due to injury too. No one's letting go of Jeudy in Dynasty for a discount, but you might be able to land Jeudy in your flex when he returns in season-long leagues if somebody panics after week 1. Capitalize on the guys who are overreacting to week 1, and if they happen to have Jeudy on their squad, that'd be my target. So that about does it as far as Jeudy injury fallout. If you have any questions, any comments, or you just want to throw in your 2 cents, put in your thoughts into the comments section below. My name is John with Facemask Fantasy. We bring you new up-to-date fantasy content every day right here on this channel. So if you have not subscribed already, you already know what to do. Please hit that button. Thank you for listening and have a great day.